Hello students. Now in this video we will see redemption of debentures. Okay, so we already know that by debentures we mean the external liability. Okay, so whenever you issue number of debentures, you are actually taking liability. Okay, from the public. Okay, so these debentures are issued. Okay, on three bases. We know that already. Okay, on the basis of at par. Okay, at premium and at discount. Okay, to be redeemed at par, to be redeemed at discount, and to be redeemed at premium. Okay, so these are the conditions. Okay, but now whenever these debentures are issued, they are issued for a particular period of time. Okay, it can be like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years. Okay, so after that period of time, okay, when the debentures are matured, okay, on that period of time, so we need to make the repayment to debenture holders. Okay, so that repayment is only known as your redemption of debentures. So let us see here, what do you mean by redemption of debentures? So redemption of debentures means discharging the liability for debentures issued by a company, making repayment to the debenture holders. As I already mentioned that debentures, they are liabilities. Okay, and what kind of liabilities they are? They are external liabilities. Okay, so these liabilities should be paid off. Okay, so whenever you make the repayment to the debenture holders, it is called redemption of debentures. Okay. Now, at the time of redemption of debentures, these three things should be kept in mind. Okay. And what are these? These are number one, time of redemption of debentures. Okay. The time period of redemption of debentures. Just now I mentioned 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Okay. So this is the time period. Okay, and the amount of redemption of debentures. Okay, how many debentures are being redeemed? Okay, and the sources of redemption of debentures. Okay, the sources of debentures can be out of capital. Okay, and out of profit. Okay, and out of profit and capital both. Okay, so normally you will not see the case of out of capital alone. Okay, because it is quite difficult to pay off the number of debentures or the amount that is due on time of redemption of debentures. Okay, of capital alone. Okay, so that's why what the companies do is that they make the repayment through both profit and capital. Okay, but sometimes there can be a condition that all the debentures are redeemed out of profit alone. Okay, don't worry, whatever the syllabus that has been reduced. Okay, so because of that, many things has been excluded. Okay, so it's much easier now. Okay, but it should be noted that whenever you have to redeem the number of debentures, okay, uh, DRR and DRI should be prepared. Okay, so whenever you issue the number of debentures, okay, you have to first make this DRR. Okay, DRR should be prepared. Okay, so uh, you just have to follow the question. Okay, when DRR should be prepared. Okay, because in the question it will be mentioned. Okay, when to create a DRR. Okay, but if nothing is mentioned, then it is your choice that when you want to create this DRR. Okay, but this DRR, always remember that this DRR should be prepared before the redemption of debentures. Okay, the minimum time period is 1 year. Okay, before you redeem the number of debentures, you have to create DRR. Okay, but sometimes the condition can be different. Okay, it will be mentioned in the question itself. Okay, so there is no such rigid condition or rule that you have to prepare a DRR on a particular period of time. It's not mentioned, okay? It is not compulsory, okay? In any time between the issue of debentures and the time period of redemption of debentures, you can create DRR, okay, in any time between, okay. But still, I want you to follow the question, okay, because in question, the time period may be mentioned out there, okay. And if you can see here, this is the fun fact. So previously, okay, before this 2014 DRR rate, okay, it was 50%, but on this 2014 it was changed to 25%. Okay, previously it was 50%, after which it became 25%. Okay, and in the year 2019, from 25% it was changed to 10% only. Okay, so why is this change? Because the companies, okay, some companies can be listed and some companies can be unlisted, okay. So what do we mean by this listed and unlisted? By listed and unlisted, we mean, by listed companies we mean that the companies, okay, their names, it has been registered with SEBI, okay, Securities Exchange Board of India, okay. So SEBI, it provides security to the shareholders or investors. Okay, it protects the rights of shareholders and investors. Okay, so if any company is listed under SEBI, then it means that the company is under the surveillance of SEBI. Okay, and your investment is safe. Okay, it will not be lost. Okay, and the investors should not worry about their investment money. Okay, and some companies are out there, okay, some companies which are not listed under SEBI are called as unlisted company. Okay, so for unlisted company, they should prepare DRR of 10%. Okay, so which companies they don't prepare DRR? Be it listed or unlisted, if any company is dealing with finance, okay, any financial corporation, okay, be it listed or unlisted, they shouldn't prepare DRR. Okay, this is the latest guideline of SEBI. Okay, they are not supposed to make DRR. Okay, and banks, if there is any banking company, okay, they will also not prepare DRR. Okay, now even that corporate banks and all, okay, or the cooperative banks, all these banks will not prepare DRR. Okay, so only those companies which are unlisted under SEBI will prepare DRR at the rate of 10% of the nominal value of debentures to be redeemed. Okay, now here is your hint or the guideline for the preparation of DRR. Now, if question is silent, okay, transfer DRR equal to 10% of face value of debentures to be redeemed. Okay. Now, if debenture is out of profit, 100% of face value of debentures to be transferred as DRR. Okay. And if the amount of DRR is already given in the question, then only transfer the required amount of DRR. Let us suppose that company issued debentures of rupees 2 lakh. Okay, now 10%. Okay, now 10% of 2 lakh is how much? 20,000, right? So now let us suppose that there was already a balance of 8,000 with the company. Okay, so 8,000 balance of DRR is already with the company. So company will only transfer 12,000, okay, through a particular journal entry, which is surplus in a statement of profit and loss debit to DRR. Okay, it will only transfer 12,000. Okay, because 8,000 is already out there. Okay, so always remember that this DRR should be 10% of the total face value of debentures. Okay, so face value was 2 lakh. Okay, and the 10% it should be how much? 20,000, but company already has the balance of 8,000. So in this case, company will only transfer 12,000 because 8,000 is already out there. Okay, so 8,000 plus 12,000, it will make 20,000, which will be equal to 10% of DRR. Okay. Now this DRI. Okay. Now what is this DRI? Okay, let me explain you in a very simple manner. So this DRI is actually the investment money. Okay, because when you take when you issue number of debentures to the public, okay, it is a liability, right? So in order to make the payment to liability, there should be some kind of investment. Okay, there should be some amount of money from where you will take out the money. Okay, you will withdraw the money, or you will encash the amount and you repay the debenture holders. Okay, for this purpose, the company, they invest 15% of the face value of debentures to be redeemed on securities or in any form of security in market. Okay, and that is known as debenture redemption investment. And this debenture redemption investment should be made on the current year. Okay, by current year we mean the year of redemption. Okay, on or before 30th April of that current year. Okay, if the debentures are to be redeemed on 30th April 2020, 31st March 2020. Okay, so the company should make the investment on DRI on 1st of April 2019 to 30th April 2020. Okay, so this should be the time period. Okay, so from 1st of April to 30th April of that particular current year or the year of redemption, company should transfer to DRI. Okay, and DRI is your debenture redemption reserve, and DRR is your debenture redemption, DRR is debenture redemption reserve, and DRI is debenture redemption investment. Okay, I hope you have understood the concept of DRR. Okay, this DRR is actually uh, amount of profit which will be set aside. Okay, this DRR is actually the amount of reserve. Okay, it is an amount of profit which is set aside for the repayment of debenture holders. Okay, and this DRI is actually the investment which you will make in the market. Okay, now you can see the difference also. From this difference you will have a better idea. So I have put only 5 bases, okay, to make you understand the difference between DRR and DRI. Okay, so what is the rate? Rate is this. For DRR, it is 10% of nominal value of debentures to be redeemed, okay, and DRI is 15% of nominal value of debentures to be redeemed. Okay, now time of creation. It can be created any time before redemption of debentures. So before you redeem the number of debentures, you can create DRR anytime. Okay, but if the question has suggested you to prepare DRR on a particular date, okay, so then you have to transfer the amount to DRR on that particular date mentioned in the question. Okay, but this DRI, it should be created on or before 30th April of that current year. Okay, so it should be noted that. Now, if you invest the money on 1st of April, it will be for 12 months. Okay, but if you make the investment on 30th April, then it will be for 11 months. Okay, so this is the minimum time period on which you have to make the investment. Now you may ask me, okay, can we make this DRI investment before that time period? No, you cannot make the investment before the time period. Okay, you have to make the investment on the current year only. Okay, now nature. What is the nature? It is a reserve. DRR is a reserve actually, because some portion of profit will be set aside for the repayment of debenture holders. Okay, so it is a reserve. Okay, and this DRI, it is an investment actually. Okay, so what will be the entry of creation of or transfer of this transfer entry for DRR. The transfer entry for DRR will be surplus in statement of profit and loss, debit to debenture redemption reserve. Okay, this is your transfer entry for DRR. Okay, now what is the entry for creation of DRI? It will be a DRI account debit to bank account. Okay, now what is the closing entry or transfer entry? Now this transfer entry, now this DRR money, it should be transferred to general reserve. Okay, so DRR account debit to general reserve. Okay, and now the closing entry for this DRI will be bank account debit to DRI account. Okay, I hope you have understood these differences. Okay, now moving towards the methods of redemption of debentures. Okay, there are four methods. Okay, one is lump sum method. Okay, let us suppose that debentures is of rupees 5 lakh. Okay, so that 5 lakh will be repaid at the end of the date. Okay, on the maturity date. Okay, the entire money, that 5 lakh, will be paid to the debenture holders. Okay, now by this installment method, it means that that amount 5 lakh, it will be paid in installment. Okay, it can be paid in 5 years. Okay, equally. Okay, 1 lakh first year, 1 lakh second year. Okay, 1 lakh third year, 1 lakh fourth year, and 1 lakh in the fifth year. So this way you will make the payment to debenture holders. Okay, and the third method is your purchase from open market. Okay, so this is actually called the buyback of own debentures. Okay, so from the open market condition. Okay, I hope you know this open market. Okay, since you are also the student of economics, so I hope you know what is open market. Okay, I will not explain this. So from open market we purchase our own debentures. Okay, that is also one of the method that you can redeem from your debentures. Okay, and the the fourth method is by conversion. What is this conversion? Now you can convert the given number of debentures into a share. Okay, be it equity share or preference share. Okay, you will convert the number of debentures. Okay, that is the method of conversion. Okay, so now you should know that syllabus has been reduced. Okay, so this conversion method is was not in our syllabus before. Okay, this conversion method is not in our syllabus. Don't worry about it. Okay, these three methods were there in our syllabus. Okay, but when the syllabus was changed in the month of July, this purchase from open market, it was excluded. But when again the syllabus was further reduced, this installment method is also removed. Okay, so you have only one method, which is a very simple method, that is your lump sum method. Okay, so only solve the questions which are related to lump sum method. Okay, in case of redemption of debentures. Okay,